Hello, I've had a request from a user asking how you can do recordings on a Sony Android TV. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now this is a UK based guide, so some functions I will discuss are strictly for UK TVs, such as the YouView guide system. But many of the rest of the features I'm going to discuss are applicable to pretty much any Sony Android TV globally. So, what you will need for doing this functions are a hard drive. It's recommended to use something like a 1 terabyte external hard drive instead of one of those USB flash drives, because flash drives or thumb drives tend to overheat eventually and could become corrupted over time. So it is better to invest in like a proper solution, and then quite inexpensive anyway. So what you'll first need to do is you'll need to disable something called YouView first on a Sony Android TV in the UK. I'll just quickly show you what that is first so that you're familiar with what I'm saying. So the normal TV guide that you usually set up when you first install the TV is called YouView, and it enables you to do rewinding of live TV so that you can catch up on things you've missed up to 7 days back in time, which is really convenient and will probably save you the need to do recordings anyway. But if you really want to archive a piece of footage for long term, then this is the best way to do it. So what you'll need to do is go into Settings up in the top here and go to Watching TV. You'll need to go to Preferences and YouView Setup, and then disable YouView. Now, the menu layout that I've showed you here is applicable to my 65-inch AF9 Master Series OLED TV from 2018/2019. So I presume going forward most menus will look like my one here. If you have a slightly older Android TV, YouView setup might be in a slightly different section, but it's generally around the channel area of your TV. So what you now need to do, once that you've disabled the YouView guide, you'll get a very basic looking TV guide instead, which you can see on the screen now. And it serves as the same functions as YouView, except it doesn't have the rollback system built into the guide. So, but now that you've enabled the normal YouView guide, you'll need to register the hard drive to the TV. Now, when you first plug in the hard drive to the TV, it will ask you to register it, so long as you've plugged it into the HDD record USB port, which is on the back of your TV. If you plug it to one of the other ports, this won't show up. So make sure you plug your hard drive into the right USB port. So, because I've already plugged in my hard drive, I'm just going to show you how you can access that prompt if you've already plugged it in. So this is what you do. You go to Settings, you go to Watching TV, and what you'll notice is in this section, this new menu has popped up called Recording Device Setup. So, you go to Recording Device Setup, Hard HDD Registration, and then it will ask you to register it, so just say yes to both these prompts. It takes just a couple of seconds, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that for you now. Okay, now that the registration is complete, we now can start doing recordings. So what you'll do is you just go to your normal TV guide, or your new normal TV guide I should say, and I'm going to go over to BBC One HD here. So this is the news channel in the UK at the moment. So say if I want to go ahead and just record this show, it's a simple matter of just hitting the record button on your remote. And it will say preparing to record. And it will start more or less straight away from this point onwards. Now, it's giving me some options to when to stop the recording. So the obvious choice would be to stop recording at the end of the program, but then again you could do like a 15-minute recording, a 30-minute recording and so on, or a custom amount of time. Bear in mind right now the show is recording, so don't worry about having to do this quickly. So let's just say end of this program. So this is now officially recording, and should I want to now access this content, you can hit the title list button on your remote, which I think shows up as record list in some other regions, something similar like that. So hitting title list, you can see my recording, which was BBC Breakfast, which is there, is now currently recording. If I select this, I'll be now watching the actual recording that we just saw a few seconds ago. So at this point, you can, pause, rewind, play, forward, etc., as you would do as if it was a, a recorded show. So, say if I want to now stop the recording, for whatever reason, I can go back to TV by pushing TV button. And as you can see, we're back on live TV. This is actually recording right now. So if I want to stop this recording, I would push the TV button on my remote and then go down to TV control and hit record stop. So that's now gonna stop that recording. And again, if I hit title list again now, you'll see that the show is now stopped recording. There's no red dot icon. And I can easily go in and out of this show, as you can see. If I hit the information button on my remote, then you can easily rewind and forward on a timeline. So that's the extreme basics of recording. Now, if you wanted to do something a little bit more elaborate, such as going through the TV guide and setting up a recording for later on, a scheduled guide rather, then you hit the guide button, find a show you want to record. Let's just say I want to record Saturday Kitchen Live, which is the next show. Then all you do is you can select the show by hitting the middle button and go to timer record, as you can see on the right there. So you hit timer record, and as you can see, most of the settings are pretty straightforward. It's pretty much ready to go. But you could also do a series recording as well, so that if there are multiple episodes of the show you're going to record, it will record all of them. So let's just go and do timer as event. So you can see a red line has appeared, and that's going to now record that show at the designated time. If your TV has an LED indicator at the bottom of the screen, you may have noticed that it popped up in like a red color to show that you've started a recording of some sort. In order to delete one of your recordings, go to title list and select the appropriate show. Go over to the trash can or rubbish bin, select it, hit delete, and it will delete it straight away, and you can do more recordings. So I hope this has covered the majority of things you might want to do on the recording function. I didn't want to go too in depth because it needs to be straightforward, but if you do have any additional questions, I will potentially be able to answer them for you. I do plan on expanding a few additional features as well later, but I believe this is a pretty straightforward guide. So if you found that useful, of course, please like, comment and subscribe. There will be more videos coming to this channel, all related to Sony.